Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a first impression try on haul from everything that I got from the VIP sale. So all of this I did purchase during the VIP sale with my own money. I was not able to get a full face just because there was not a full face worth of stuff that I wanted. So I will mention the items that I will be using that I did get at Sephora, just not from the sale. So if you like this video while you're watching it, give it a thumbs up, please. Hit that subscribe button, do all the things, and let's get into today's video. Alright, so to start out, I got the Caliray So Blown Blurring Collagen Peptide Primer. And I have never used anything from this brand. I actually got three things from this brand. But this says it is a clean, hydrating complexion primer, and this is what the box looks like. It says sexy sustainability, which I love that. It's upcycled plastic, bioplastic, clean formula, and cruelty-free. So we love to see that they're cruelty-free. So of course I did get the mini, and this is what she looks like. It says plumping hydrator, pore eraser, oil controller, makeup replacer. That's a lot of claims. All right. Oh, I did not expect that to come out that fast. Okay, this almost, it does have a little bit of scent to it. It does smell kind of citrusy. Oh, this feels so good. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, normally I'm not big on like scents on my facial products, but I'm really liking this. It's really subtle, but it smells very clean and fresh, so I like that already. And it does feel really nice. And that one, I do feel like that one pump was all I needed, although it did come out a lot quicker than I expected it to. So I did not get a foundation from the VIP sale, but I did just recently purchase this Rose Ink Skin Enhancer Luminous Tinted Serum. And it kind of looks like the, I think it's the new CoverGirl that has like the beads in it. I'm seeing if you all can see that. So I'm reading the directions on how to use this, and it says pump onto the back of hand, mix with foundation brush to activate micro encapsulated pigment spears. Blend gently onto face. So this is what it looks like pumped out. It is super watery. You can kind of see it moving down my hand, and it does look like there's like little bits of like foundation in it. I'm actually going to use a brush that I know that I like, and this is going to be the Haley's foundation brush. This is one of my favorites, and I'm going to take some of this off my hand. Okay, and it pretty much soaked up everything. And let's see how this goes on. Okay. So just this little bit that I've got on here, I mean, it does feel like there's something wet on my face, but I don't see any coverage. Like even compared like this side to this side, it doesn't even look like there's really anything on this right side. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. And I am actually going to take some of this on my finger, and we're gonna do it in old school with the hands. So that is what that looks like. And we're just gonna put this on like a moisturizer. So using my hands, the only thing that I can see is it is kind of blurring the skin just a little bit, but it is a very light skin tint. So this says it's a tinted serum. Yes, 100% agree with that. This definitely feels like a serum, and it is very, very light coverage. If you have acne, if you have scarring, if you have sunspots, I'm going to say that this serum is not going to be for you. So I'm going to get the rest of this blended in. I do think this worked better using the hands, which I don't love because I always use a foundation brush. I prefer a foundation brush, and I don't like having to use my hands to apply foundation, serum, whatever it may be. I just prefer a brush. Now, I will say though, my skin is actually looking really pretty right now, which I'm kind of shocked because it is such a light coverage, and I do have, you know, I do have redness on my face most of the time. You can even see right now just from where like I've been like rubbing my nose, and I'm notorious for that because my nose runs all the time. You can also see where that's just, it's already gone. I am going to take just a little bit more of that, and I'm going to pop that right on there, and I am going to see how well that I can cover that redness at the tip of my nose. So this is what it looks like now. Okay, I think that that definitely did something. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through, I'm just going to take my brush and just kind of dab in anything that's left over on this, and even more try to smooth this out. Despite the little amount of coverage that it has, I really do like this. It doesn't feel like I have makeup on, and it does look natural. Like that's a pretty close shade match for me. So okay, so except for the fact that I had to use my hands, and I might not have, but I feel like if I would have wanted to use my brush and not my hands, I probably would have had to use a lot more product. So just be kind of cautious of that too, as it does feel like a serum, and the brush did kind of suck some of that up when I put it on the back of my hand. So I pulled a powder out, but I don't feel like this needs to be set. So since I didn't get a powder anyway from the VIB sale, we're just gonna move on. Wow, okay, so that, my skin is actually really pretty. It looks healthy. Okay, so far I'm into this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump to eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow palette that I got was the Makeup by Mario. And this is the Master Mattes palette. And then this is in the neutrals. So after using the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 palette, I was so excited to try this one because people were saying that, like, as far as like quality and colors, like they were just as good. So I was like, okay, like I'm super into the neutral right now, so let's give it a go. Now the first thing I always do is I am going to use an eyelid primer, and as always, this is the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I use this every single time I do my eyeshadow. And for the brush, I am going to be using the BKA 506 brush. This is one of my favorite concealer brushes, and it's the same brush that I use to put down my eye primer with, or concealer. It's whatever you want to put on your eyes. You don't have to use an eyelid primer. You can use just concealer and set it down. It's just something to give your eyes a base and to kind of mute out the veins. If you do have pretty veiny eyelids, this just kind of gives it a nice clean slate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this light shade here with my fluffy brush, and this is a ColourPop E2 brush, and I am just going to powder that all over the lid, and you don't need a lot. This is basically the shade that's going to set your groundwork. It's basically just to make it to where the shadows blend, because they should blend together with one another. So the next shade that I'm going to go in with is this shade here. And I'm going to use the same brush, and be advised there is a lot of kickback on these shades, so I would definitely recommend tapping off your brush. And I'm going to put this right in the crease. And to be honest with you, I don't know if this palette is screwed up. I'm just doing the same thing I did on the other side. But it almost looks like that the little, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it almost looks like the little pan wants to come out of this, like it wasn't glued in. So I don't know if I just got like a bad palette. Okay, so that color that I just put on there wasn't really quite dark enough. So I'm going to use a smaller brush. And this is the Rephr 01. And I'm actually going to go into this shade right here. And I'm just going to kind of focus this on the outside of the eye and just bring that little into the crease, but still keeping towards the left side of that eyelid. And man, when you have a good brush and you have good eyeshadow, it just makes putting on eyeshadow so satisfactory. These browns are beautiful. I have to say, like, now that I've actually been able to find palettes that are true, more cooler tone colors, like, I'm really enjoying just your natural brown eyeshadow look. Now, because I did an all matte eyeshadow look in my last video, I am gonna go grab a shimmer and I'll be right back. Actually, I lied. I bought this Sephora colorful luminizer because Sephora did have the 30% off their stuff, and there's what that looks like. It does look a little like pearlescent pink maybe, but I think this still should look good on the eyes. So the first thing that I'm going to try with the brush first, and I am taking a flat brush like this, and this is just an AOA Studio brush. It's an E122, and I am going to dip into this highlighter here and see how this looks on the lid. Okay, so I figured as much, but I wanted to try it. This is doing nothing on the lid with the brush, so I'm going to try using my finger. Okay, that is very soft. There's okay, that went on a little bit better. This is lighter than I expected it to be, but it is actually really nice since I was kind of going for a natural, more color eye instead of, like, you know, a bam in your face glam eye look. It's pretty. We'll see how it does on the face as a highlighter. Okay, so I've been trying to build this up for a few minutes now, and it is pretty. It is not, it's not super bam in your face. Like I said, it is just a pretty, like, wash of shimmer on the eye up there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a real small pointy brush like this, and this is the Refer 03, and I am actually going to take this dark brown right here, and I am going to smudge a little bit of this over here in the corner of the eye. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, just at the very corner. Going to bring that in, kind of like you would smudge like an eyeliner at the corner of your eye. Now I'm actually going to keep using this, and I'm going to use some more of that dark brown, and I'm actually going to line this under the lower eyelid. It's really like to shape and lift the eye out. Every time I do this, so if you all don't if you all don't follow Allie Glines, I highly recommend, because when she puts her lower lash shadow on, she usually just does it with the brush that she's done her whole lid with, and she like squeezes it and just like dusts it under there, and I've tried to do that and I just can't. And I will be right back because the camera battery is about to die. All right, we are back, and you guys are zoomed in a little bit better now. So I am done darkening the outer side of the eyeball. Now I think I'm going to take actually the very first brush that I used, and I'm going to dip into this lighter shade again here. And I'm just going to put some of this right on this outer side and blend it into the rest of the colors. And I'm not going to dip any more on my brush because I'm just going to take what's left over and buff this corner out. Okay, yeah. This eye look is so pretty, y'all. And I'm sorry that I keep looking over there at the viewfinder. I'm trying to figure out a way to plug my camera into my laptop so I can see a little bit better whenever I'm filming. So I think I'm done with the eye look for now. I totally forgot that I got this concealer, and this is also from the brand Caliray. And this is actually, this isn't like a normal concealer. It's actually a color correcting concealer. Now, I didn't expect this skin tint to be so light coverage, so I really don't feel like you need concealer with this, because to be honest with you, this serum basically is just, if you want to throw on like a quick something to cover and kind of even out your skin, to go to the gym, to go to the grocery store, whatever it may be, this is not a full coverage makeup where I need concealer, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to use this. Should we? But you know, let's just see. Since I only used the one brush to just do my eyelid primer, we're gonna try this. So it does come in your standard doe foot applicator, and I am gonna go very, very light-handed on this because I'm honestly just wanting to like color like the very, wow, okay. We're gonna just put 2 dots just like that. And it is pink, it is very pink. And then I'm gonna take that BK brush and blend that down here. Okay, wow, you guys. That pretty much covered all of that blue that I have there in like the corner of my eye. without making it look like that I even have concealer on. So blend the side this way. And since I hadn't put any eyeshadow down here on the inner corner of my eyelid, putting this concealer on didn't really screw up anything. Okay, actually, I'm kind of glad I did that because it really did just kind of even out those colors right there. Wow. Okay. Honestly, the way that this just blended out, I'm going to keep you guys updated, but I'm going to use this again, and I'm going to use this without using any makeup and see how well this makes my under eyes look without any other makeup. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Alright, I put y'all guys back a little bit because y'all were really close. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is blush, and this is probably the product I am most excited about. So I purchased the HAUS Labs foundation when it first came out, and honestly, I don't know, it could have been user error because everybody loves this foundation. I just didn't like it. I couldn't find my right skin tone, and maybe I needed help, so that could be my fault. But I did buy the HAUS Labs Color Fuse Blush, and then this is in the shade Pomelo Peach. Now, I don't have a single orange or peach tone blush in my collection except for this one, so this is going to be the first time actually using a peach blush, and God, look how beautiful that is. Like, that is beautiful. We're going to swatch this real quick. Okay, that is super, super soft. Okay, yeah, that is really pretty without it being like overpowering orange. So yeah, I'm excited to try this. Alright, so I'm going to go super light-handed on this. Actually, back up. Okay, so I do not have a bronzer that I bought. So the only bronzer that I have in my collection that you can only get at Sephora is the Tower 28 Sculptino bronzer, and this is a cream bronzer, and this is in the shade Broad. It is their lightest shade, and this is what that looks like. I have only swatched it, so this is going to be a first impression. So I'm actually going to use this first before I apply a powder blush. Now to apply this, I think I'm going to use my Rephr 04 brush, and we're just going to try this out. We'll see. This does look kind of warm tone in the pan. It does look a little bit orange, so it kind of makes me nervous, but we're going to do it. Okay. And I am just going to bronze around the hairline. Now, when I'm hitting this, it doesn't really feel like it's picking up much, and it doesn't show a lot on this, but it is picking up, so just beware. I am still new to using cream products like this, so I really haven't like quite learned like what brushes I should use. So I've been trying to go more light-handed, especially with the blush and the bronzer, because I am so fair complected that I feel like blush and bronzer can get out of hand super quick. Okay, so I'm not going to dip into any more of this. I'm actually just going to take this brush and try to just blend this out. And it actually is looking pretty good. It looks like it's blending pretty well, even with this brush. This brush was definitely doesn't feel like it was made for a cream bronzer, but it actually looks really pretty. Alright, so I think we're good on the bronzer. Now we're going to go in with the HAUS Labs Pomelo Peach Blush. If I don't break it first. And she's good. If this would have broke, I would have cried. Alright, so to blend this, I am actually going to take my Anisa Beauty Brush, and this is in the tapered highlighter blush, but I love using this for blush instead of highlighter because it's nice and it's nice and fluffy, but it's still small and tapered, so you can stay pretty precise with your blush. Because like I said, I'm fair, so blush can get out of hand really quickly on me. Alright, I'm going to tap into that. Okay, wow. She's pigmented. And I don't know if this pink sweatshirt was really the best thing for me to wear today. I just forgot that I had it on, and I'm pretty sure I had it on in my last video. I do have other clothes, y'all, I promise. I wear the same lounge clothes all the time. So we're going to take this blush and put it right on the apples of the cheeks. And I'm going to go super light over here, and then before I blend that out, I'm going to add some of that pigment over here, and then I'm going to blend that out. And I'm not going to take any more blush because I feel like this gives me that nice wash that I wanted. And I am just going to take this brush and blend this out. So yes, you do not need to go into this blush super hard, because a little bit, I mean, you can see that one bit that I had, it went a long way. I am going to take this brush, and I haven't put any more product on it, and I'm actually going to go up to where I put in that bronzer, and I'm just going to try to buff that out a little bit, just so it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, you guys, that looks so pretty. I am very happy with the way my complexion looks right now. I am going to move you all in just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, you guys, that is so pretty. Like, I'm really happy so far. I honestly didn't expect, well, to be honest with you, the true test is going to show whenever I go outside what actually color this looks like on me, because right now we're just in cool lighting. But yeah, so far I like this blush. Alright, so next I am going to use the Sephora Luminizer, and this is in the shade Rose Quartz, and I'm going to use that for a highlight, and I'm actually going to take a little bit more of that and put it on the inner parts of my eyelid. For the highlighter, I'm using the Morphe X Ariel brush, and this is the brush A22. You can see how it's got a long long tapered brush hairs to it. This is a great brush for highlighter. So I'm just going to go into this. Wow, it's pretty powdery. And we're just going to try to highlight the face here. Okay, so I don't know how well this is picking up on camera, but it is adding a little bit of a highlight there. But to be honest with you, if you look in this area around my face, it does almost look like glitter. Now, don't get me wrong, it is pretty, but when it comes to highlighters, I do not like a glittery highlighter. I will say that it does add a nice subtle highlight. I don't know how well you are getting that on camera. Okay, so far this is really the only thing that I'm not really caring for right now. Now I'm going to take a small brush. Let's see here. This is the ColourPop E10, and it's your normal little pencil brush. And I'm actually going to take that on it, and I'm going to put this in the inner eyelid. This is pretty, don't get me wrong, but I feel like for the price, I would just skip out on it. I mean, there are other drugstore highlighters that are cheaper than this that are going to give you a better payoff. The Essence Pure Nude highlighter is one of the best drugstore highlighters out there. So if you're looking for an affordable highlighter, that's probably the one that I would go with. Or if you are into ColourPop, they have it's almost like a wet, like cream to powder highlight, and my favorite shade is Flexitarian. So those are my two recommendations for affordable highlighters. To be honest, overall, I've not had the best luck with Sephora brand items, and I don't know why. I feel like when I buy them, yeah, they're cheap. Well, they're cheaper, you know, than your Hourglass, your Charlotte Tilbury's, all those. But I feel like the quality on a lot of it is just missing, and that the drugstore does it better. So I don't buy a whole lot of Sephora brand items. I just don't. And I hate to say that. Now I say that, but the next item that I have, this I have used. I did get it during the Sephora VIP sale, and this was a recommendation by Jessica Braun. And this is the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Crayon, and this is in the shade Tiramisu. This is like a beautiful brown, like true brown eyeliner. Like, I love it. I have used this before, so I'm going to be using this today. I did actually buy two more colors of these. I bought the shade Peacock Blue, and then the other one is Berry Sweet. I've not tried the colorful ones yet. One thing that I do recommend before using these eyeliners is to warm it up on the hand before you put it on your lower lash line, because it does go on much easier after it's warmed up. And that went on so smooth. I didn't get any like sticking where it don't want to glide. It's a super smooth eyeliner. And the shade is beautiful. Like, this is almost really close to the Makeup by Mario Brown that I have. And we are done with eyeliner. That went on so easy. I have used these, and these are the one Sephora thing that I do recommend. One of my favorite black eyeliners is actually from Sephora, but it's not this particular 12-hour one. So I did not get any sort of like setting spray or anything like that. And I'm not really going to worry about getting a setting spray because I'm not going out anywhere. I'm literally only filming this video. But I did get a new mascara, and it is also by the brand Caliray, and it is the Come Hell or High Water Clean Mascara. Now, their packaging is so cute. Like, when you open it, the top of it says "Don't look down here," and then you can see there's all type of like writing down in there, but of course you got to take the box apart to be able to read it. And just like the primer, it says sexy sustainability, clean formula, cruelty-free, recycled plastic. It says zero smudge and life proof, volumizes curls and conditions, and easy roll off formula. Now, to be honest, and I feel like I've said that a lot in this video, and I apologize. So, of course, I've said it before, my eyelashes are super small. They are so short now that I cannot even use an eyelash curler. So, I'm going to use this in this video, but I'm not going to give you guys a review because I don't feel like I could be fair with giving this a great review. Unless I put this on and it just makes my lashes look out of this world. Of course, I did get the travel size, and it is a very pretty packaging. Like, I love the Caliray brand in general. I love the aesthetic. I love the coloring that she does on her boxes. Yeah, so far I'm a fan. Alright, so there is the applicator. And I'm sorry if you hear Sindel walking around. She's literally driving me crazy and will not lay down. Alright, and we're just going to put this on the lashes. Something else, like when I watch YouTube videos, like I think, like I've said it before, I think it's a talent the way people put eyeliner on their lower, like their lower lid without like holding their eyes or anything like that. But it's the same thing with mascara, because like I watch people and they just have, they can just flick that up without getting like any mascara on the eyes, and I don't know how they do it because I always feel like I have to clean up my mascara. Like just now, I got mascara on my upper eyelid. Now, just like every other mascara that I use now, all it did was just darken my lashes. It gave me length. It didn't give me any volume, but that is not my review on this. I need to wait until I get my lashes back before I can do a full review on any mascara, but I did want to use it in this video. Okay, now for the last thing. I did not, of course, buy any lip products. As you know, I do not wear lipstick. So what I am going to do for the sake of the video is I did buy this at Sephora, and it is the Tower 28, and these are called the ShineOn lip jellies, and this is in the shade, ShineOn lip jellies, and this is in the shade Pistachio. Well, I've tried to say this 3 times, so I'm just leaving it as is. The shade is Pistachio. Now, the only thing that I don't like about their lip products is all of their products are fragrance free, which is great for the facial products. I don't believe facial products, skincare, whatever, leave the fragrance out, especially if it's overwhelming. But I will say, lip products, I love a good smelling lip product. I love when it smells like vanilla cupcake, like you just want to lick it off. Like, it's one of my favorite things. So that's the only thing I don't like about this, because when I do put this on, it does kind of smell and taste like kids' makeup, if you know what I mean when I say that. This is what the applicator looks like, and there is the swatch. It is like a very light pink, and like I said, it does not have, wow, like I said, it does not have a scent to it, which is actually the one drawback for this. This shade in particular, this is one of my go-tos whenever we go out, because it really does just look like my lips, but better. It just adds this nice like wash of like natural pink to your lips. I love it. This is definitely one of my favorite lip glosses that I own. Okay, I have used all of the products that I got from Sephora from the VIB sale. of course, we had some really good items today. I'm actually really excited about this, even though I'll probably end up using this with my hands. My skin actually does look, it feels good, like it looks natural. It just has that glowy, fresh look to it. So yes, love this. Highly recommend. Only for somebody who needs a light coverage. This is not a full coverage serum. Let's see, of course, the eyeshadow, love, love, love. And the HAUS Labs blush, love. The first time I've used this. This is really good. Like I said, I'm going to go look at this outside to see how this pulled on my skin. Love the eyeliners. Highly recommend those. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I look very nice, very fresh, more natural. Yeah, the eyes are actually really pretty. Now this, I don't recommend this as a highlighter, so this is probably a no for me. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Everything that I use is going to be linked down below, and I hope you have a great day. If you are still here, thank you. If you are new, please consider subscribing before you leave. It'll really help my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.